It is my honor to review a graduation speech from online courses and schools, finishing off with Stanford online course of learning in Einstein and in physics. I choose University of California, Berkeley, which I consider my American university. One day, I was going to Sunday church congregation. In a taxi cab, a random song caught my ear. It was Mambo Number 5, sang by Lou Vega. He's a German singer. He collaborated with Andre Rieu violinist at one concert and passed under web search. They were accompanied by European orchestra. An outdoor concert, all European audience enjoyed performance for upcoming holidays. How fantastic this sounds like. I was also very happy to find out correlations between German pop singer and violinist. They can play together at one concert. I have studied with Augustin Dumay, a different violinist, not Andre Rieu, who collaborated with Lou Vega, the singer. But my side interest was impressed by singer and violinist Andre Rieu at the same time. Over last year, there were many international events. Not to reiterate every victory and success that I tried and attempted and succeeded, I want to name a few events of flows. This may be necessary because there may be more difficult challenges from now on. First, after a few months of wait and catching up to finish things carried on from before pandemic's period of my life, uh, I had to raise a couple feral cats by fall 2020 during lockdowns to see their patterns and for my own research in health and policy. It was very first time for me to raise cat. I was scratched many times from it. At local hospital clinic, I got antibiotic vaccines for multiple times. Then I was rescued with Janssen's vaccine by June 2021 after American president's visit to Pyeongtaek in South Korea. Unfortunately, I already had side effect of muscle aches before I was getting first vaccine. This long wait of hermetical life was continued until May 2023, getting two more times of Moderna vaccines, one regular shot and second and last variant shot. Thankfully, I was never infected of COVID-19 up to today. Using UV lights at home, wearing facial mask whenever I go out, and studying or working mostly online and remotely. Uh, Secondly, Israel war declared in October 2023. I am always on Israel's side and Old Testament from Holy Bible reading and following Israel only in Middle East. Israel's first war with Egypt lost some territories back in 1973 followed by ceasefire. Over times, Israel had some more wars, followed by ceasefires and treaties negotiated, but this time the war was much longer. By January 2025, elaboration of 3 weeks of war on ceasefire finally an exchange of captives are about to start. Over this war, because leading force of my living life is Old Testament from Holy Bible, not only New Testament from Holy Bible. I was also struggling so personally during this war period of time. This direct proportional effect made me tired and absent from some concert scenes. So once found out about my leading source on struggle, which was in jeopardy, I prayed as Christian there should not be war, but only peace, prosperity, and protection. And I hope my understanding of myself not getting musical and artistic management in my interpretation was correct in this dialogue. Lastly, some deaths and leadership changes are noticeable. In the United States, I had a privilege to apply myself to become a musician at the Boston Symphony Orchestra a year before pandemic started. So during my studies at New York as Master of Music candidate, I was conferred the degree of Masters of Music by early summer of 2019 without getting invitation to audition in Boston at the time. The only orchestra I showed interest of becoming an orchestral musician in the United States of America Although conductor Mr. Seiji Ozawa passed away in Japan in January 2024. Also, Miss Yoko Kishi passed away in Japan in February 2024, a month after, who was, by the way, Japanese Prime Minister's mother. On the contrary, looking at more relatively bright side, Mr. Justin Trudeau, Canadian Prime Minister, is resigning by March 2025, about 2 months away from now, and Mr. Joe Biden finishes off his 46th American presidency. In this long conclusion, in my opinion, we are still living in a world. There should be peace and security. I personally want peace, prosperity, and protection, which are more than simple peace and security. And I feel condolences to those passed away during pandemics and some notable figures during these last 5 years. Thank you very much.